All right, so today I'm going to show you how to make a orange Halloween glow-in-the-dark tumbler topper. I've made these little guys in the past, these little bases for your tumbler topper. I'm not going to make it again in this video. If you need help making them, I'm going to link a couple videos in the description of how I made these, because it takes a fair amount of time to make them, but you need these little silicone molds. You mix up your resin, mix up your glitter. You can put magnets into them. I'll link it in the description on one of my other topper videos if you need help with that. It's fairly straightforward if you're into resin at all, so just check that out. So for this topper today, we're going to need our little base. We're going to need a piping bag with a tip of your choice. Any kind of piping bag works. One of these reusable ones is fine. We're going to need the Fast and Final lightweight spackle. I like this one the best. It's a nice color if you don't want to dye this. If you want to use it as just fake whipped cream, it works just fine. And we're going to need Art Deco glow paint, or you can just use orange craft paint if that's all you have, but if you want it to be a little extra glowy, you can use this. And we're going to need a glow powder. I just got these the other day. I quite like them. They're the glow-in-the-dark powder. I will link these in the description. They're quite nice, and you get 12 different colors. Today we're going to use this orange color. Also going to need a disposable cup for this to mix your spackling. And I think that should be it, so we're going to get started. I did forget is if you want to add some little trinkets to the top of your tumbler. I got these at the dollar store, and there's a few different ones, but I'm going to use these cute little bats. Or they also had some cute little pumpkins. I'm going to be using these guys in a different project though, so I'm not going to use them in this one. Or they also had these cute little ghosts, and these were $2 at the dollar store for a bag of them, so really can't go too wrong with that. I think I may use these and maybe the bats. We'll see when I get there. I never quite make up my mind till I'm there. Alright, so we're going to start this off with just a dollop of our lightweight spackle. Oh, something I did forget in the materials list is some Crayola Model Magic, and this goes really far. A package of it, you can do quite a few tumblers with it. You can get that from Amazon. The I don't know if the dollar store carries it. The Walmart does carry it though, if you can't find it on Amazon. I'll link it in the description anyways. It's not too pricey for how much you use in the project. Alright, so this is pretty easy. All we do is we're going to add some of our orange paint and some of our glow powder. So I don't measure anything when I do this. I just add some. And I do a test before I finish, and if it looks like I don't have enough glowing, you just add some more of your glow powder. So I'm going to add probably about 3 scoops. That should make it very bright. And then I'm going to add a little bit of my paint, if I can get it open. Apparently I didn't use this yet. Okay, just going to add a nice little dollop of paint there. If you add too much paint, you might make your spackle a little too liquidy. If it is too liquidy, you can let it sit out for half an hour, and that'll help get the liquid out of it a bit without wrecking it. Alright, so we're just going to stir this up so it's nice and even. And if it isn't orange enough for you, you can always add some craft paint. Like this is going to be a fairly pastel color. If that isn't what you're looking for, you can add some craft paint to that. We can do that actually to demonstrate. I've got some just latex basic acrylics, but any craft paint will do. This is more of a high-end craft paint, or more of a painting paint, like for people who paint pictures, but it's what I've got here, so we'll use that. You don't need too much of it depending on how pigmented your paint is. The Liquitex paint is fairly pigmented, so you don't need a lot. So see, that made a big difference. And again, you can add more if you need more, just it's your preference. All right, so that should be good. I'm happy with that. So now we are going to add this to our piping bag. Now what I do with this is I just put it over one of my tumbler cups. These work really well. This is just a disposable bag, but I honestly reuse them over and over again till they get a hole in them. So there you go, and you're just going to add this to the bag. It's pretty straightforward. It's very similar to cupcakes. If you make cupcakes at all, it's very, very similar to making cupcakes. So what I do is I just scrape it onto the side just like this, and then I squish it down. And now we're ready to pipe this on, almost. We are going to add our Model Magic base onto the base. So you've got our base. We're going to add some Model Magic onto that. I just pull off probably about a little less than a golf ball size piece. It doesn't have to be perfect size. You can just kind of go with what you think it'll be. Like I do about, I think that is about a golf ball size, maybe a little smaller. I just roll it, and then I just put it right down in the middle, press it down, just like that. And now we're going to get our piping bag. And we're just going to squeeze that down. Okay, I'm just going to move my camera a little bit so you guys can see a little better. And once you've got that pushed down, just keep pushing it down until you get to it coming out of the end there. And I did reuse this bag, so I'm just going to wipe the end of it off there because I got a little bit of another color coming out of there, which we don't want. Okay. All right, and now we're ready. So we just want to start at the bottom here. And this is a little liquidy from how I normally like it. So honestly, I would have liked to have set this out for probably about half an hour, let it firm up a bit, and then continue piping, because this is going to be a little, it's not going to hold the shape as nicely. There you go. That looks fairly nice all on its own. And then if you want to add some little guys to it, these don't glow or anything, but they're cute. We're going to add a couple little bats to that. All right. So now I'm just going to let this dry overnight, and then I'll be back to show you what it looks like. And here is our cute little tumbler topper in the light on top of my new little skeleton tumbler that I put out last week. But I know you guys just want to see this in the dark. It turned out really good. It's super glowy, it's super fun, and this is such an easy one to do. I hope you guys really enjoyed this, because I did. This is one that I've been thinking about for quite some time, how to kind of execute it with it actually working properly, which turned out easier than I thought it would. So I do put out at least one new video every week, so if you do subscribe, it really does help me build the channel, which makes me able to bring you guys more videos. And thanks so much for watching.